What's up, everyone? This is Bright Ambition, just coming through. Wanted to do a video, kind of piggyback off of the last video that was posted from my bruh Virtue, and kind of just give my insight and share some of my feelings and things on the topic as far as like how does it feel to be a neophyte in the land of Theta. And I also just wanted to give some advice to Greek interests and anybody who may have any questions or anything like that. Kind of just answer a few questions that we get here and there. But first and foremost, I guess I can answer the question: how does it feel to be a neophyte in the land of Theta? Well, um, I guess I could start from the beginning when I was first interested in the org. From the beginning, I felt received, genuinely received from the members of the org and the founders especially, and I felt like it was truly a family and truly a group of people that I wouldn't mind being around, devoting my time to, sharing my feelings and myself in general with. Um, Throughout my entire process, from being an interest to the day that I crossed, um, I felt nothing but love. Um, I mean, I did look into other orgs before I chose to decide to go out for Theta Xi Theta. Um, I did much research about basically every LGBT fraternity that I could find, and I always came back to Theta Xi Theta. I would look at one org and go through their history and look at their pictures and ask people what they know about them and think about people that I knew that were part of the orgs, and then I'd be like, well, the Theta Xi Theta, always came back to Theta Xi Theta. One day I kind of had an epiphany and I woke up, and this is when I was still in the process of looking at different orgs. I hadn't filled out any interest applications or said anything to anybody yet, and months had went by. I want to say maybe like 4 or 5 months went by, and I woke up one morning and I was like, you know what? Theta Xi Theta. That's what I'm gonna do. So I went on and did what I had to do for the process. Started with the interest application. I immediately heard something back from one of the founders. Shout out to Casey. And me and her always stayed in contact or whatever. And she just seemed like she was a genuine person. She was just mad cool or whatever. So I was like, you know what? That's what's up. Like, she's a great representation of Theta Xi Theta. So I was like, all right, I can do that. Um, from there, it was like I kind of started getting excited about everything. And that's when I knew that I had made the right decision. Because I didn't feel like I was burdening myself or like I still had to look into other orgs or anything like that. Like I started getting excited and I was like, wow, this is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So um fast forward. Like I said, the entire process I felt nothing but love. I felt like I was being genuinely received and everything. But the day that I crossed, it was like it was like overwhelming. Like I cried and it was like, man, I did it. It was like an accomplishment that was greater than me. You know what I'm saying? I was adding to the history of not just Theta Xi Theta, but what we're trying to do for the LGBTQ community. And it was just an accomplishment that was bigger than myself and everything that I had going on at the time. Um, I think the main thing that really lets me know that I made the right decision is the founders of Theta Xi Theta, because I cherish every moment that I have with them, every conversation that I have with them, every piece of advice that they give me, everything, any interactions that I have with my founders. It means the world to me. It stays here in my heart and it stays here in my mind. I'll never forget it. Because some people, Not knocking Divine out or nothing. Much love to them. Some people will never ever ever get to have those moments with their founders. So I cherish it. And then like I said, this is a lifelong commitment. So one day down the line, you know what I mean? I want to be able to share stories and laugh with neophytes and like, I remember when we was doing this community service project and I remember when we were trying to get our name out there and we were trying to be heard and I want to be able to share those moments that they may not get to have with our founders down the line. Another thing is my LBs are awesome. They're great. Like my bros in general have become like some of my best friends. Like we share moments that I will never ever 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 forget. And these are people that I can actually say I can see being in my life for the rest of my life. And it's like we're family. Like family had their bouts and it might be a misunderstanding and then, be like, all right man, whatever you my bro, dap it up, we good. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to hold grudges. You're not supposed to sit up there and talk about each other, get on Facebook and out each other. Oh, that nigga said blah, blah, blah. Like, no. It's all genuine. And the fact that we do love each other so much is what makes us, makes our arguments so heated sometimes because it's like, y'all get it. But it don't matter because we always come back. We know what the initial purpose is and we know that we really do love each other genuinely. But I love the fact that Theta is all about quality. We're a small org right now, and we're not worried about numbers. If you go and look at our website, let me plug that real quick, www.theta.com, and you look at our lineage, you'll see that we're not an org who has lines with 20, 30 people on them, or nothing like that. Like, we genuinely want the best for our org, and that starts from the beginning. We don't just let anyone in. You're not going to squeeze through the cracks and sneak in our org. It's not going to happen. So, the fact that we really do put our time and our effort into really screening people that we want to be in our org or potential interests and stuff like that. I love that because that lets people know that we are very, very passionate and very careful about the company that we keep. We don't want to just let anyone into our org or anyone into our circle, and everyone just has to understand that sometimes everyone isn't for you. Because some people are for self, and they'll selfishly do whatever they have to do for themselves and hurt other people in the long run. We don't need you around us. So if you're watching this video and you're one of those people, it's not gonna work. Okay. Also, another thing that grasped my attention about Theta is the fact that our founders are so passionate about educating the community and getting involved in things that are beneficial to the community. And they only want the best for the community in general. That right there shows so much about themselves to me because it's not just about them. It's not just about Theta. They want the best for the LGBTQ community. And that right there really opened my eyes. And I was like, yeah, definitely something that I have to be involved with. Okay. Next, I want to touch on a few points and key things I just want to say to people who are interested in being Greek. One thing, let me start here. I gotta get serious with y'all real quick. You have to humble yourself. You have to. That is one of the key elements to the process. Humble yourself. You don't want to come into the process overly arrogant, overly cocky, coming off like an a-hole. Like, it's not gonna work for you. It's not gonna work for you. You have to humble yourself. That shows that you're human. That shows that you're human to me. And it shows that you understand our mission and our purpose, and you understand what our ultimate goal is. It's not just about you. It's not just about me. You know, if you're trying to be a part of Theta Xi Theta or any other organization for that matter, it's not about you. It's about the mission, the purpose, and the goal at hand that whatever organization is trying to reach. You're helping them because you're going to come in and put in that work too. Like in Theta Xi Theta, we all put in work. We all put in work. It's not one person pulling the weight. It's not the founders pulling the weight. It's not just the prophytes pulling the weight. We all work hard. So once you cross, it's not like, oh, okay, I crossed, I can chill with my letters and colors on now. No. You still got to put in work. Doesn't stop there. So you have to humble yourself, because if you don't, you won't understand that you're gonna have to contribute as much as the next person. So being humble, you can actually understand where everybody's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Also, another thing that I want to point out to any interest, please do your research. Please do your research. Whatever knowledge, reading material, websites, whatever you can get your hands on about that particular org, please do your research. That helps you in the long run because they let you know what you're getting yourself into, number one. And it also keeps you up on current events with the org too. And 3, it also shows that you're serious and you want to know everything that's going on with something that you're about to commit yourself to. Because I know me, I'm not about to sit up there and feel my way through something and figure out things as I go along. Because I feel like I'm cheating myself. Because maybe I might read something about, even when it comes down to job interviews, I still like to do my research, because that's sometimes a question that's thrown at you in a job interview. Well, what do you know about our company? You don't want to be sitting there and be like, your logo is blue. You don't want to sit there and look like a dead car in headlights. That was also good conversation starters too, Like you could be like, oh, well, I was looking at your website, that ThetaSine.com, and I noticed that y'all did, the shoelaces for the month of December, and I thought that was a good community service thing, because, and then you can go on and say how you feel about that or whatever. But also, that shows, like I said, that you're serious about this organization. You know what they do. That could be something annual. You never know. We could do that annually. You never know. And you don't want to just be feeling your way through something. You want to know exactly what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean? Also, you want to know what their mission is, their mission statement, their purpose and everything is, to make sure that that's stuff that you stand for. You know what I mean? You don't want to get into something and then be like, oh, well, I don't agree with the fact that Theta Xi Theta does a lot with the youth or whatever, because for whatever reason I don't like kids or something like that. You know what I mean? Well, then this isn't the org for you, because that's something that we've committed ourselves to. We have a whole program dedicated just to that sole purpose by itself. So do your research. That looks good on your end, Also, another thing is your first impression in general. Because, some orgs, they have, different types of ways to meet and greet and stuff like that. Your first impression is everything. I know me personally, I'm very, very crucial on a first impression. That means the vibe that I get from you, our conversation, your appearance, the way that you carry yourself, body language, everything. Um, be prepared. You never know. You could be on just a regular day, just walking around in the park with your dog or something. Bam, you may walk into a founder of a org. You trying to pledge. Come on now, gotta be up to par. You never know what can happen. You could be in a club, and I'll say this one for the ladies, for the feminine ladies. You could be in the club. You may be trying to, get some information about a sorority, but you in the club with a dress, skin tight, booty hanging out, gyrating all on the wall and stuff, drunk, I don't know what, walking around the club with your shoes off, which is very, 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 very unsanitary, I just want to say. And the way you portray yourself is just, So when you come to the meet and greet and they like, ain't that the same girl? That was, they ain't that the same girl that was at the club? Da da da. And they already like, you gotta have it together. You can't sit there and walk around the club with your shoes off. Ladies, that's so unattractive, by the way. That's one of my pet peeves. But you gotta be on point at all times. Another thing is be yourself. Now, in some cases, you may have to peel some of your layers back and really just step out your comfort zone just a little bit, just so that you can convey a little bit more about yourself, so they can really get to know you. But be yourself. Don't sit there and try to portray yourself to be something that you're not. In an initial meet and greet or an initial meeting, interview, whatever the setting is, it's best to just be yourself. Go with your first mind and be yourself. Don't sit there and try to break the ice with corny jokes or, come in the meeting like overly cocky. Oh, I know I'm going to get it, so I don't even got to do nothing. I could just sit back and answer the questions with one word. No. Matter of fact, look at it like a job interview. That means even have a professional voicemail. Because you never know when someone's going to call you. You never know. Don't sit there and be on your voicemail sounding crazy, talking about I'm trying to think of something that is just very unprofessional. Not saying nothing on your voicemail, just playing a song for 4 minutes. That's unprofessional. Especially if they don't know what button to push to skip through that. That's very unprofessional. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. Especially if you're like 30 years old. That's not cool. I'm sorry. The best route to go is to do like the automated system where it's like you have reached the voicemail box of, and then you say your name and it'll beep. That's one of the best ways to go. Or the automated system where it says you've reached and then it'll say your number. That's a good way to go. Or if you just do something very short and professional like hello, you have reached the voicemail of, then say your first and last name. I can't get to the phone right now, so please leave a short, brief message and I'll get back to you. That's fine. But don't sit up there and sing a whole song. Don't sit up there and, do a whole 5-minute monologue. Like, all of that is unprofessional. Look at the entire process as a process like a job interview or something like that. That's the best way I can do it. I mean, that's the best advice I can give you. Also, another thing is, it's okay to have questions. If you're not sure of something and you want to be completely sure before you just assume, never hurts to ask questions. If you have the contact information for somebody from that org, just hit them up and be like, hey, my name is such and such. I just had one question. I'm not sure if you can share this information, but, I was wondering what this, and this means, or what that, and that is, or something like that. If you send an email or put it in a phone call and it's very professional and it sounded like you're very interested and you mean it genuinely, Can't go wrong there. I know me personally, I'll look at that like, okay, but hey, she really want to know. So if I can answer it by Theta Xi Theta being such an esoteric organization, if I can answer the question, I will. If I can't, I'll just tell you in the nicest way possible, I can't because we're esoteric and, go on from there. But to me, no question is a dumb question because obviously you're inquiring about it for some reason. So, um, those are the main things I can think of. Honestly, I mean, just keep in mind that this is a lifelong commitment to be Greek. Um, Also, the main thing is humble yourself. I can't stress that enough. Please, humble yourself. Um, Join the organization for the right reasons. Stand up for what you believe in. Do your research. And just be as genuine as possible. You know, just be as genuine as possible. You can't go wrong with those things. That's about it. I mean, if anybody has any comments or questions or anything, just go ahead and put them down there. You can also shoot me an email. My email address is BRUH dot, like a period, ambition, AMBITION, bruh.ambition at gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at Theta Xi Theta. Like us on Facebook, Theta Xi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. Check out our website, www.thetaxitheta.com. Am I forgetting anything? Add us on Facebook. Add us on Downlink. Theta Xi Theta, I want to say is the screen name. Or you can just search us by email address, ThetaXitheta at gmail.com. You can shoot an email there. I think that's all of our connections. If I think of anything else, I'll just put it in the description under this video. That's pretty much it. I mean, good luck to anybody who's watching this who may be on the quest to finding a Greek home. Well, like I say, is just do your research and don't make a split-second decision because you like the colors or all the members are attractive or something like that. Make the decision based on what you feel in your heart. You can't go wrong with your heart and your mind telling you what the best decision is for you. All right. So hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. It might be a part 2 if I think of something else later on down the line. But definitely subscribe to our videos. Look out for our live stream shows that we have too on live stream, and just keep showing us mad love. We appreciate all the love from everyone. We appreciate the positive feedback, and we appreciate all the video views. Y'all been hitting us up. We had like almost 1,000 channel views now, so that's a good look. We definitely appreciate it. But just keep showing us love, all right? We definitely appreciate it. All right, I'm out. Ambition number 4. Go!